we talked about the crystal a little bit, what I use this for in my work. Let's talk a little bit about sage. So again, I don't call this smudging. Smudging is a very specific ceremony that Native Americans use. Sage, though, is universal. Anybody can use it. This is probably what you're used to seeing. This is called a smudge stick or a sage bundle of sage. You would light this, do your walking through your house with intention. Remember, gotta have intention. But did you know that this can actually be a tool to help identify issues in your house? So someone mentioned the other day that that they stopped using sage because something happened when they used it, and they thought it was connected to the sage itself. But what I've noticed is sometimes where I'm clearing properties for issues where something bad's happening, obviously people are getting hurt or people are being physically touched or something like that, when there's actually an entity, you're not just clearing out negative energy, you're clearing out something negative. That can sometimes impact how your sage works. So I've had situations where I'm clearing for entities and I can't keep the sage burning, or it will go out and the smoke doesn't work, or it will be a tiny thin stream of smoke and it just feels like I cannot keep that stuff lit. So I always keep a lighter with me, but that's an indication that maybe something is actually going on the property that is outside of just an energy situation. So that can be a diagnostic tool. If your sage won't stay lit, that could actually indicate that there's something more going on. So while that can be frightening, while your body might have a physical reaction to something like that where you feel scared, try to keep your fear under control because those things feed off of fear. Remember this too. If the most that they can do is to keep your sage from staying lit, really, that's all you got, dude. That's all you got. So keep perspective. But there's another option, and I found this is actually a lot easier to use because the opportunity for it to go out doesn't happen as much. So I buy it loose from a place called Mountain Rose Herbs in Oregon. It's sustainably raised and harvested. So people that are harvesting this in the wild, it's being over harvested. So they grow theirs in a controlled environment where it's just as good, organic, all that stuff that's important. And then I use something like this. This is called a smudge pot. You can use any fire safe container. This is actually made of rock. And then put a little bit of sand in the bottom, and then you take a handful, a little bit of sage, and then you can just light this and keep it going. It's easy to hold on to. You want to make sure that it's not going to be something that you're going to drop, but sage is a very useful tool. Where you buy it, how you use it, all of this is important information to know.